And we are live. Happy Friday, everybody, my beautiful family of souls. So we have Jafro and Linda Lou. I love you. Kirsty with a K. I was just about to light a candle for you when it gets dark here. I heard you're feeling under the weather. How are you feeling so far? Okay, let me pop this chat out here. There we go. Now we can do that. Jafro, how does my audio sound? Good? Let's see. Let's pull this over here. DC, aka Giggles. That's the new nickname I came up with for DC. We got a chance to meet her this past week. We got a chance to meet quite a few of you who have not come forward yet to talk for the group. It's been so fun. We got to meet AJ the last few nights. Our legend that came up with our Game of Scrolls name in the beginning, if you all remember her. And it's been so cool to talk to all of you this week that have been coming into my room and just sharing stories with us. And I'm weak but in recovery mode. All right. I wish I was there. I would make you some soup or some sancocho, which is like a Caribbean beef stew. That always makes me feel better when I'm really sick. Yeah, I hope AJ comes on tonight too. I think she was a little bit tired last night when she left our chat. I'm guessing. Anyway, as everybody comes in tonight, welcome home, everybody. I think I've got my chi back from the last live stream. Hopefully, I feel like I'm back on Cloud Infinity and beyond. So that's awesome. Sometimes it's good to step back and take a look at things from another point of view, and that will allow you to, take what has happened like in your past week, and then you can shift forward and shift into a higher gear and move forward, and that's what we're doing here. Yummy. Yeah, you need somebody to make you some soup. Does he know how to cook? If not, we can give him some quick lessons online, maybe. So, Giggles, are you going to come on Zoom and talk to everybody and tell us a couple stories that we don't know about you tonight? AJ said she wanted to, but I don't know if she's going to come in tonight or not. I got my cuppa. All right. As we're waiting for people to come on, so one of you guys come in and talk to me. Okay, so I haven't. Let's see. Sam has been awesome. Oh, that's awesome. No Zoom. No, you don't need a new phone. You'll be just fine. um, I was gonna make. I've been so far behind on my content I really want to do, but one thing that's interesting is I want maybe tonight I'll make the video after the stream for everybody. But I wanted us, if you recall, a few streams ago, I wanted us to try to manifest something together. And so what we came up in our nightly fireside chats recently was some ideas got thrown around, and now we want to create a crop circle in the sky that everybody around the world's going to see, especially the tree of life. That's going to be our main goal, is for everybody around the world to see this tree of life somewhere in the sky, or a crop circle of some kind that looks like a crop circle in the clouds or something. And then this exercise will prove to maybe even the skeptical how the law of attraction works, how it works, and we're going to have a good intention behind it. We want everybody, we're going to be sending love to the whole world. And when people start seeing these sacred geometry shapes and tree of life in the sky, we'll know it's us that's been doing it. And then we can, that'll be one way to tell everybody about who we are and why we're here, and kind of what our mission of healing and learning is. And then just think about all the love and higher vibration we can raise just by people knowing that information. I think that'll be awesome. I think it's a really good intention for us to do for our first time. So I'm going to make a video about it, but just to tell you a little bit about how it's going to work, I want us to do the Tesla 369 method, where when you wake up in the morning, you're going to write down the intention 3 times. So our intention is crop circles in the sky, tree of life in the sky. Okay, that's the intention. So write that down 3 times when you wake up. And then after you eat lunch that day, then you're going to write down 6 times about the intent. So what we're going to say is something like, I am so grateful and excited that everybody around the world is seeing crop circles in the sky and the tree of life in the sky. Write that down 6 times. And then right before you go to bed, we're gonna have the intent. We're gonna write the intent that's fulfilled down 9 times before you go to bed. And it's gonna be very similar to the second one, but it's gonna be like it had already happened. Like, so you're gonna say, I'm so excited. People from all walks of life around the world are seeing sacred geometry in the sky and the clouds, and they're learning, they're feeling the love that we're sending them, and it's so wonderful. Something to that effect. And you write that down 9 times, and we keep repeating this every day until we start seeing results from it. And we're already, I know, me and lots of others are starting to see the tree of life just everywhere already without even doing this. So just our intent of thinking about it seems to be doing something just from seeing the tree of life everywhere. I've seen it in places where I would never think I would see it. Like, it's kind of interesting. So what sound creates this? Well, yeah, sound, vibration. I didn't think about singing the intention, but we could try that. That's right. 3, 6, and 9, that's right. So we could also sing it somehow, put a tune to it. We could definitely do that. The vibration is the love that we're sending out. We're sending it out at a high vibration, because when you write down your intention, you're really writing it and feeling it and calling it out. So a word can be just as strong a sound as you were singing it, for example. So, I don't know. This is our first one. Let's try it and see what happens. But I'm going to make a separate video about it too. That way, anybody who doesn't watch this live stream will also be able to see it standalone. So, all right. Who is going to come and tell us a story first? Yes, gratitude and happiness. Gratitude is very important in this piece. You have to be thankful that it's already happened. Like, yeah, that's how you have to believe about anything you want to manifest. You have to have a lot of love and joy. You want to be grateful for everything you have, and everything that you have may not include things you physically have right now, but you have to sort of pretend like you already have these things, or they're already happening. That's the secret to how this works. Linda Lou, you want to share a story with us? Is that true? Is that true, Linda Lou? Come on, DC, come on in here. I know you have tons of stories that I don't even know yet. Okay, let's see. I've got tons, but this show is not about me. We'll just wait a little bit until people start coming in. Some people may be getting done with dinner and things like that. So we'll give everybody a chance to come in. I just got through eating a very quick salad. Well, hello, Journey in Soul Therapy. That's Karen. Everybody meet Karen. We were supposed to have a podcast the other night, or the morning, but both of us were late to the party. Karen, you want to come in and say hi to me on Zoom? That would be awesome. We can sort of have a pre talk on here for a while, since we don't have a whole lot of people that have come in yet. Karen is a hypnotherapist. She does the this, what is it called? I didn't memorize it, but it's like the whole, what is it? The Healing Center hypnosis. Oh, that's right. It's 1:20 a.m. where you are. Ah. Okay. That's cool. I can't wait to talk, and we're still on for Thursday, I hope, this next Thursday. I'm really looking forward to our talk too, because hypnotherapy and me seem to have a very interesting um, uh, connection, as I've been finding out recently. And I hope maybe you can help me understand sort of the things that I'm experiencing as this love inside me grows. Soul Center Healing Hypnosis. That's it. SCHH. Now, one question. I haven't done a whole lot of. I've heard SCHH. I've heard that a million times recently. Is that the method that Dolores, what's her name? People, when I started this channel last month, everybody was asking me if I knew this lady, Dolores Cannon. Was that her name? And I was wondering if that was her method. Oh, QHHT. That's a different one then. Yes, I need to have a session with you. Absolutely. Linda Lou, she's in the chat here. She's been kind of regressing me because we figured out that I have the ability. Oh, Kirsty, I'm going to let you in. You're supposed to be resting. I figured out that my whole life I can be, when I'm really tired, I can go from here across on the other side, like in a split second. I don't even have to get hypnotized. Like, I sort of just, it happens automatically somehow. And my whole life, I've always told people when this happens, I'll be talking just like this, and then all of a sudden, I'm talking about things I'm seeing elsewhere. And I understand most people are not going to understand what I'm talking about, so I just never say what I'm looking at or experiencing. But Linda noticed, like, when we first met last month, that that's what was going on, and so she continued to talk to me and guide me. And we're finding out so many cool things about that. And we'll probably have a lot of content in the future when we get the hang of how this is working. And also, we oh, Dolores doesn't remove entities in etheric AI. Aha. See, that's going to be cool to learn about what you do. So, I don't know if anything I'm saying, Karen, is making sense to you, but we also recently figured out that when so I'll do this. If somebody interacts with me when I do this, I stay very lucid, and I usually remember what's going on after the fact. If I just go off and by myself without anybody kind of talking to me or anything, then I just kind of sort of stay over there. But if somebody's talking to me, I go back and forth a lot. I'll come back here and I'm like, oh wow, I just saw this, or I just saw that. And then I'll go right back. And then she keeps talking to me and asking me what I'm seeing. And when I come back, we noticed it causes a radio frequency interference on the phone, on everybody's phone. Kirsty was on one night when this happened, and both of them heard this frequency disturbance when I came back to this dimension. So that's very interesting. That's new intel for all of us, because now we know there is a tangible frequency we can tune into, possibly, to tune into these different dimensions if we have the right equipment to pick it up or something. Or maybe you can help me understand, Karen, what is going on with those frequencies. Yeah, the phone makes a noise. It's pretty wild. It's only coming back to this dimension. Going out doesn't make a noise. So, but I bet you the frequency going out away is very close to the one coming in. It's just that the phone doesn't pick up that frequency for some reason. So yeah, that's something new that we're sort of experimenting with right now. But we've been so tired lately that it hasn't really worked out very well. We have to be more wide awake when we do it. Kirsty, can you hear me? Here.
You there?
Oh, why you? Yeah, you're coming in on my. Hang on. Um, for some reason, you're coming across my speakers instead of. Hang on. Give me a second to figure that out. Must be something in OBS. Okay, so audio. Okay. That's interesting. Okay, Kirsty, try it again. Let's see what happens. No,
Okay.
that's gonna come. No, that's not. Okay, I gotta figure out why it's coming on my speakers instead of my headsets for some reason. Give me a second. Oh. Oh, I know why. Okay. Now you should be in my ear. There you go. Yep. Can hear it, but you're not coming across my desktop audio. So, we need to find out why that's going on. Desktop audio's out. That should be fine. I was messing around because there's a new feature in OBS that splits audio to different channels, and I was trying to do that before the stream, and I probably messed something up. But yeah. Jfro, can you hear Kirsty? I don't know. Jfro is in. Oh. Jfro? You can't hear? Okay. Oh, okay. Hang on. Let me figure this out. Okay, now you should be able. Everybody should be able to hear them. I think now.
Okay, I'll talk.
Can you hear Kirsty now?
Yes.
Okay, figured out. Rebecca, I thought you were supposed to be on a date.
I'm sorry, hold on. Okay.
Rebecca, oh, you don't have a microphone. It shows you don't have a mic for some reason. That's weird.
Tell her to tap on her mic, and sometimes you have to, if you're on the phone, you have to use cellular Wi-Fi data before the audio will work.
Kirsty, I'm sorry you're feeling bad.
That's okay.
And I'm wondering why all your screens are so small. Oh, maybe that's why. Kirsty's gone. Rebecca, where's your
I'm,
mic?
I'm still here somewhere.
Oh, Kirsty, you're here, but you're not. Oh my goodness.
I can show you my face. Look.
Yeah. Oh wow. Good Lord. What are you doing? Don't scare me like that. Oh my. You're so funny. Even when you're sick, you're hilarious. Oh my god.
Oh, I can't help it.
Yeah, we don't want any attached entities. Thank you, Giggles. No. No. Attached entities are not allowed here.
No. I need to
Yeah,
say that out loud. Attached entities are not allowed here.
they're not.
Let's start talking about it.
What's that, J-Fro?
Oh, I'm talking to the cat. Sorry. I'm
Oh.
still mad at him.
Yeah, we have this cat. He's so sweet, but he doesn't work well with other cats.
Oh my god.
And he's just been attacking them out of the blue, with no warning. Oh.
It's high drama.
Rebecca, you don't have a microphone, just to let you know, so I can't hear you. And I'm wondering why you're not on your date tonight. She's supposed to be on a date. And oh wait, there you are. Now I see a microphone, but it says you're muted, so I'm asking you to unmute it. So Kirsty, is this a bug you got? You got like a rotavirus or something? Is it going around?
No. Hi, Rebecca.
Hi, Rebecca. We can hear you now. All right. So what happened with your date?
Oh, it's still happening. I just have a minute.
Oh, you have a minute. Well,
Tell us a story.
Tell us a story
say
in the
hi.
minute you
Yeah,
have.
tell us a story.
A story.
Well, tell us about your date.
Oh, about my date.
Yeah.
Um,
Who is he? Where'd you meet him?
Or you could tell us a story. You don't have to tell us about your day.
Yeah. I don't want to put you on the spot.
Seriously.
mm,
Your
okay,
choice.
here's a story for you. It's a comedy.
Yay.
Yeah,
It's a comedy. It's based on a true
comedy.
story.
Oh,
It's based on my life as a blind person.
right.
So it was really late one day, and I was walking home from the neighbor's house, and I took a shortcut through the woods, and I saw this person approaching me, and I'm like, hey, how's it going? Just trying to be friendly, have a conversation. There was no response. And I'm like, well, that's weird. And I just kept walking, and then I, got closer. I'm like, hey, no response whatsoever.
Wow.
Weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why aren't you? You're the one talking. Why, Kirsty? Why are you so big on the screen and she's not since she's talking?
So
Trying to figure that out.
Kill me.
So I was talking to my motherfucking shadow.
Oh no.
I was totally
There
talking
we
to my
go.
shadow. I thought it was a person. It was like on the trees, and it kind of looked like they were walking towards me, and I'm blind, so
Wow.
I had a whole ass
Wow.
conversation with a shadow, and that's why there was no answer.
Oh wow, a shadow.
The end.
That's awesome.
That was a great story.
That was a great story. Now, have you ever seen shadow people? Speaking of those guys.
No, I have not.
Me
I feel
either.
like if
Everybody
I feel
always
like
sees
even
these
if
creatures.
I did,
but-
I wouldn't know that that's what they were because honestly, my eyesight's pretty bad, so I probably wouldn't have seen them even if they were there.
Yeah. Now, when you dream, do you dream and do you see just like with perfect vision when you dream, or have you astral projected before?
I don't know what that would be like, so I can't answer that.
So you never felt like you're out of your body? You would definitely know if you were.
No, not out of my body.
You have lucid dreams though, huh?
Yeah.
Do you see perfect in your lucid dreams?
Yes,
Yeah.
in my dreams, I'm not blind. I see everything very clearly, lots of color. Everything is like very surreal.
Wow. Because we all astral project every night. We just don't remember it.
So,
Because our spirits don't need sleep. So only our bodies need sleep.
yeah. So yeah, I don't think I have ever astro projected, Noah. I feel like I would know that. The closest thing to anything really cool that I was able to do that I hadn't been able to do in dreams was feel everything.
Ah.
And that's only happened once, and I haven't really gotten to do that again, but it did happen once. Because before, like when I was in the dream world or whatever you want to call it, I couldn't really, nothing was tangible.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's got to mean something. Because
Yeah.
I can definitely feel when I'm lucid dreaming for sure. And I'm getting to the point where I'm getting really dangerous and knowing I'm dreaming and doing something about it. Like, that's been happening to me a lot lately, which is pretty cool. I haven't really been practicing my technique I taught in my first 2 streams for astral projecting because I feel like I don't even need to do that technique anymore because of what Linda and I have experienced together. I feel like if I just let it flow.
Where do you go?
Where don't I go is the question.
I'm just low key kind of jealous, but also high key kind of terrified because I feel like I have a lot of negative energy around me.
Well, yeah, that can do it. What is your plan to block the negative energy?
I don't have plans. I just have love, like Roberto said. He said, fill the space with love. So that's what I'm trying.
Yeah.
Awesome.
No, that's good. That's a good answer. I like that answer.
Yeah.
And, once you get vibrating, what I've found out in my experience is once you get vibrating at such a high level, it's really hard to break that. And those of you who are not vibrating at that level, their life will almost seem meaningless to you.
Yeah.
Or their troubles, other people's troubles that are trying to affect you, or people that are trying to affect you negative, will have a very hard time to even interact with you because they're vibrating so low. And
yeah,
they feel it. They feel it. They'll actually stay away from you.
I have never in my entire life not been able to come into a room and not take on everybody else's energy. I've never been able to control that. Like I feel everything. It's awful.
Oh.
So I really don't like crowds because of that.
Right. Yeah. So you can feel everybody. Yeah, exactly.
So
I'm the same way as you. I don't like big crowds either.
So I've been working on it, and the easiest way for me to kind of, I mean, it doesn't 100% always work, is to understand what energy is mine and what is not, and don't connect with it. It's really hard for me not to do, but I'm getting better. And also returning that energy back to the person.
Mm.
However,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I just say, all this energy that doesn't belong to me can go back wherever it came from.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't know if that works, but sometimes I feel like it does.
Or maybe it's like money laundering. They get it back and they're like, oh, I feel better.
Yeah.
Thanks, Becca.
So is he going to pick you up?
Yeah, he's gonna pick me up. We're gonna go watch some Marvel movie or something.
Oh, which
Yeah.
one? What's the title of it?
Oh, Snazzle?
Snazzle?
I don't know. Something like that.
Snap Snazzle.
I'm not into Marvel, but he is, so it's called, let's see, Shazam. Sorry.
Shazam. Oh,
I'll
Shazam.
look
Yeah. But not like the app, but the Oh, look, Honeybee's in the house. Woohoo! Hello, Honeybee. We love you.
So yeah, anyways.
Well,
And like we're going opening night, so I told him if there's a big crowd, then
Yeah.
I'm leaving.
do you have reserved seats?
I do.
Good.
I do.
That's awesome.
But hopefully there won't be a lot of people. Like when I reserved the seats, none of the other seats were reserved, so at least for that time.
That's awesome.
So maybe we'll get the theater to ourselves. That'd be dope.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, you kind of live off the beaten path, so to speak, from like Nashville and all
Right.
that crowd. So it might not be too bad where you live.
Yeah.
But Jackson is the only big thing out that way, really. You have Memphis to your south, and
No, I hate Memphis.
Yeah. I've never really stopped in Memphis ever.
I don't understand why people live there on purpose.
Right. Well, some people take jobs there. I know somebody that took a job there. They were they were a nurse practitioner, and they took a job there. But yeah, I get what you mean for sure. Memphis has changed a lot, but it's still known for its good barbecue.
Yeah.
But I hear the neighborhood that Elvis Presley lived in is now not a very good neighborhood. For example, it's kind of a rough neighborhood.
You know what I want to do? I want to find myself one of those like historical ginormous houses.
Yeah, there's like plantation houses, right?
I guess. And
and sing Zippity Doo Dah every morning.
And I want to live there.
I can see you zippity doo.
With like a ton of land and like some creeks and some ponds and some ducks and a cow.
Oh, now Linda Lou's gonna want to come stay with you now. She wants to rescue cows. The rest of
They're
her life.
so cute, especially the Highland cows. The miniature Highland cows are so cute.
Have you seen those really big kind that have the horn? Oh, we lost our meeting. Come back in, guys. We still haven't raised enough funds for our Zoom license yet. Okay. J-Fro, I got you back in. Okay.
Oopsie.
Yeah, you're back. Song of the South. That's right, Karen. I look at big houses for fun. Yeah. We got to show everybody the the ranch you found in Lake Tahoe area. I like that one.
In the Washoe Valley.
The Washoe Valley house. That's right. Oh, and I think we called it a compound when we were talking about it, but now I've changed compound to Center for Healing and Learning. That sounds better. Sounds less cult-like. we don't want to be a cult.
No.
No cults allowed here.
We don't even want to collect dues, really.
No dues. Like, I want to create safe havens for people to come and heal from whatever trauma they're suffering from, and I know animals are a good source for that. That's why a lot of children that have problems with their families, they send them to these ranches all across the world, and they get to take care of the animals on the farm, and that kind of helps in their therapy.
There's a whole discipline called hippotherapy, which is not about hippos, but it is about horses. Horses do a lot because they're
that's awesome, Karen.
Really amazing. Horses are just really amazing creatures. They have a very amazing family and social structure, and they're super smart. So they do work with little kids that need help, and the results are just profound. They're just so amazing. I encourage anyone to take a little rabbit hole trip down the hippotherapy.
Hippotherapy? I've never heard of that term.
Yeah. Well, the first horse is
Karen,
called
you need to come on and tell me about this vision before you... Oh, you're off to bed. I love you too, Karen. Thanks for coming on, and I will see you on your podcast on Thursday, early in the morning. You want to do the same time? 2 o'clock my time? What is it, 8 o'clock your time? We can do 9 o'clock your time, that's fine too. That's the witching hour my time. Yeah, I think cats do... A lot of people think cats are like the opposite, but I don't know, Honeybee. Do you remember J. Fro who was talking about that, or Linda Lou, or Kirsty? Kirsty and Rebecca, why haven't you come back in the room? That's one common thing I've noticed with all of us in our soul tribe so far. Most of us have had backgrounds with horses and cats and dogs, but horses seems to be a very common thread I've seen among a lot of us. Oh, you sent me an email. Okay. I'll be on the lookout for that, Karen. And good night. We love you. Sweet dreams. Yeah. Horses are the best. Horses have perfected telepathy probably better than any animal that I can think of, besides dolphins. Dolphins is another one. Those guys are smart.
Definitely.
And whales. Whales are very smart too. They have big hippocampuses.
Speaking of hippos.
Hippocampus, yeah. Right.
Well, they found that it isn't necessarily cranial capacity or the size of the brain that determines intelligence. It's actually proportional. So that, like, that really one famous parrot, and the brain the size of a walnut, but it was super smart. So it's actually,
yeah, if it dropped
still a
one
mystery.
drop of DNA holds 700, what was it, giggles? How much data was that? It was like 700 terabytes. Yeah, 700 terabytes of data storage in one drop of DNA.
So what's a drop of DNA? Because DNA is not like blood.
I guess blood.
So,
yeah.
okay. That's like the question for that one though. It's like, wait, you have to define your terms. His DNA is tiny and it's not liquid necessarily. So
Sorry if you guys hear that dog barking. I don't know what's going on across the street there. we worry about those dogs because nobody seems to take care of them. I want to rescue them. Okay, Kirsty's
yeah, they can
back.
pile on here with all the 6 cats.
Mm-hmm. All right, Kirsty, you are live without a microphone. Me too, honeybee. Matter of fact, where Disney World is now in Florida, we used to ride our horses through there. It used to be all swampland, orange groves, chicken houses. Yeah, and then dirt roads too, not paved roads. Our road was a dirt road. Now it's a major highway. We had this triangle at the main fence where we would ring and all the horses would come running. They knew that was dinner time. And we used to feed them sugarcane. They love sugarcane. So right at the main gate of the stables, we had this patch of sugarcane growing, and we gave that to them like you give cats little treats. We gave that to them as treats.
I read a study, or not a study, but like a little write-up of a study about teaching horses how to communicate through sign language. Like, they taught them a signal. I forget what the signal is now, but it was whether they wanted their blanket on, their blanket off, or no change. And long story short, apparently it changed a life on that ranch. Like, it unlocked more communication ability, but also just their ability to self-select whether they wanted their blanket on or off or no change. Made them so happy, the horses. And that's another thing to maybe look up if you have a mind that works that way like I do.
Yeah. All right, Kirsty, we're going to light a candle for you to get better from this ailment you're suffering from.
Thanks, Mark.
And anybody else have a request to light a candle for anybody in your life? I'll light it right now.
Yeah, I light a candle, and when that candle burns out, my gallstones will be gone. And then I won't need surgery on Tuesday.
What?
Surgery on Tuesday, what?
Yeah, I'm supposed to be going to have gallbladder surgery on Tuesday.
Oh, Kirsty.
My favorite surgery.
Yeah.
You know what the doctor said when he removed it? He goes, it was a perfectly good-looking gallbladder. I was like,
Listen, I've got an issue. I don't want to lose any more body parts.
Exactly.
They were put there for a reason.
I lost all mine for no reason either, it seems.
Well,
And yeah, I don't know.
is it making you ill? Is that why?
Oh yeah, it's been making me ill for a long, long time.
Oh.
But like I said to Mark, I've been getting better. I think a lot of it has been the shock of this week. Trying to keep up with everybody else and forgetting to look after myself.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so not feeding myself properly. There was one night, one of Mum's friends brought round, it was a fresh pie from the supermarket, and I cooked that up for dinner for Mum and I. And I believe that's what made me sick.
Okay.
Because I usually don't eat any processed food.
Mm.
Hey,
And
Jennifer,
because,
what's this purple
there was
candle?
so much happening that day, I went, okay, throw that in the oven. That's easy. Because I was so busy with everybody else and everything else.
Yeah.
But that was my downfall, I think. So I've got to put myself first in all situations.
Yeah.
That's my lesson from this week.
Oh.
Well,
Yeah.
I would try to hold off on getting it out.
And
So,
ignoring
this is
my
something
health
else.
and stuff is not not something I should be doing.
Well, it's been an exciting time for you.
Oh, it has been. But as long as I stick to how I eat normally and how I've been getting myself healthier, I'm right. It's when I ignore that intuition telling me that you've got to feed yourself. You've got to look after yourself. And I've ignored that for a few days in a row, and deliberately too.
Ooh, that smells good.
So I deserve this. This is the whack back I get for being
Oh no.
Yeah.
No, it's not your fault.
Jayfro, this says
Oh,
Florida.
but it's the learning curve.
Florida pen.
You know, because that's one of my biggest faults probably. I put everybody else above myself.
Yeah, that's easy to do sometimes.
Yeah, I care about everybody too much. And especially this week, you know, Mum, I don't want my mum to go through what she's going through at the moment.
No.
But by the same token, I can't take that away either.
But be there with her.
That's right. Yeah. We just support each other through this.
That's all you can do.
Exactly. But, you know, generally, we're doing okay.
Well, this too shall pass, right? That's what you can
That's
always
right.
say. No
That's
matter
the way I
what.
look at it.
This too.
Absolutely. And it's, like, you know, we're going good places. Good things are happening every which way.
Great things
You
are coming
know?
our way, for sure.
That's right. So the attacks are thick and fast. And that's okay.
Thick and fast.
Yeah. We just got to expect these things because what do they say? It's darkest before the dawn.
That's right. My dad always used to tell me that. And he also used to tell me 90% of your fears will never come true, and the ones that do, the 10% that do, won't be even as bad as you thought they were going to be.
Yeah.
He's always been right about that.
That's right. No matter what, we always bounce back. You know?
So far.
So far. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't knock us down. You can knock us down, but we'll get back up again.
And my last boss used to tell me, he goes, let me tell you a secret about management. He goes, problems will always take care of themselves.
They do too.
If you don't do anything, they'll just take care of themselves eventually.
And that's so very true, Mark. And that's it. We get too caught up in trying to control everything.
Right, exactly.
You know, instead of going, okay, it's okay.
Right.
So that's one of my lessons for this week, you know. Mellow out, it's all good. Go to the beach and have a swim and everything will be good. Although this morning I hopped in the dog's pool. This will make us laugh. I got in the dog's pool. I filled it with magnesium sulfate. And I had a bath of magnesium sulfate salts.
Is that like Epsom salts?
Yeah, basically like Epsom salts. Yep.
Like a sitz bath.
Yeah. Take all those aches away, wash everything clean. And I think that's something we've all got to start looking at all the more natural ways of looking after ourselves and stop looking towards what we've been taught to look towards, you know, the medical institutions, pharmacies, all of that. It's detrimental to our health, to the core of us, you know, even hospitals, letting them chop us open to fix us. How does that make sense?
Well, sometimes it's necessary and it does work.
I get that it is sometimes it's necessary when it gets to that point.
Exactly.
And that's where I'm at the moment. Do I let them chop my gallbladder out or not? Yeah. I'm still umming and ahhing about it. We'll just wait and see what happens on Tuesday. If I end up at the hospital, I'll get my gallbladder out.
Well, hopefully you'll feel much better. I mean, that's the
I
whole
know
reason.
I will.
Yeah.
I get that. I
And,
just, hoping I could
surgery-
heal it myself before the surgery date came
Well,
around.
the thing is that the surgery predates a lot of the heavy pharmaceutical industry advances, if you want to call it that, which there's no denying there's some, but then there's a lot of stuff that really does seem like just poison. And some people take it worse than others. But surgery itself is actually pretty cool if you need it.
Yeah.
There's a lot they can fix inside you. You don't have to die. That's a good thing, I think.
That's true.
I always compare surgeons to airline pilots. Because if you ask an airline pilot to fly anywhere, they're like, okay. And it's like, you ask a surgeon to do something, they're like, okay. Because they love to do it. Like,
I don't like that they took out a healthy gallbladder, though. That seems wrong.
No.
that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so if you were a true surgeon, wouldn't you want to make sure that it needed to come out first?
That's right.
That's what
There
I mean.
seems.
Every time I've gotten a body part removed, like my appendix or my gallbladder,
There was nothing wrong with
surgeon
them.
said there was nothing wrong with it. Now, why would you, as a surgeon, do that if you
Exactly.
if you didn't want to fly somewhere?
You just sew me back up. Why would
to
you take
fly.
it? Yeah.
Right, exactly.
And that's like my brother. He, just went into palliative care last week. I think he was only in there for 3 or 4 days, actually.
If you're a
and
surgeon
I used
out
to-
there, please explain that one to me. That must
Yeah.
be-
Exactly. Well, I used to date a doctor that worked at the hospital where my brother was just, I'll say, euthanized. And that was their job, was
Hi,
to
Sandra.
cull people every week and up their medication and put them to sleep. And he could not continue being a doctor. Like, it was against his moral code, and he couldn't deal with it. Yeah, he was ready to give up being a doctor because of the things you have to do in a hospital. Yeah. It really is a twisted system, eh?
Well,
But I get it's, people want to be euthanized to a degree when they're that sick.
Yeah, I
But-
did. Believe me. I'm telling you. Remember the last stream I was telling you guys on my birthday that it's exactly what I was praying to God to do, was to take my life, because I didn't want to be in misery
Anymore.
because I had already gone through several years of that, and
That's right.
it just gets exhausting when you're dealing with that much pain and they can't figure out what's wrong with you, and then you got people saying it's all in your head and all this crap all along with it, and it just becomes too
Been
much.
there too. Yeah.
Don't you hate that, is when you're feeling really bad and someone says, oh, it's all in your head, or
Yeah. There's no actual rational explanation for this. It's just all in your head.
Okay, Icy Moon. Icy Moon wants to know. She doesn't have Zoom. Icy Moon, are you in our Facebook group? Because we discuss this stuff all the time. You can also come in there, and I can pull you in on Messenger onto this call too. But she wants Icy Moon. I don't think, Sandra, I've ever met you, have I? And she wants to know. She's been trying to astral project or even remember her dreams, but it doesn't work for me. How do I achieve this instantly? Okay. Well, my first obvious question is, do you take any kind of cannabis products? Because cannabis will cause you not to remember your dreams at all. Oh, you're in our group. Cool. Are we friends on Facebook? Let me do a search for you. Let's see. Let me go. Okay, Sandra. I knew we had Sandra Pooh, but she left our group for a while. I have Sandra Picone. Is that you? Or Piccone or Picone? Or...
You've been muting me this whole time, Mark.
No, I didn't mute you. You muted yourself.
I'm sitting here I'm sitting here talking and nobody's responding, and I'm like, the fuck?
Saw you and followed you. Oh, you. No, I haven't met. I saw you and followed. Okay. Oh, you just followed my page. You need to join our Facebook group if you haven't already. You don't take any of that. Okay, we can rule that out. Okay, so why can't well, I don't know what. Do you take any other kind of medication that might interfere with your melatonin
She
or?
says she doesn't take anything at all.
I don't take anything at all.
How would melatonin interfere? It enhances my REM mode.
Right. I'm trying to think of why. Some people just don't remember their dreams, and I don't know why.
There are, though.
I may not be qualified to answer that question. However,
try setting an intention to remember a dream. Just simply think to yourself, I'm going to remember my dream tonight, or I'm going to remember a dream tonight.
So
and keep doing that until it happens.
Yeah, just follow what I say in my first 2 astral projection live streams. Just follow that. Follow those steps and do everything that I say to do in there, and at least you should come close to either coming out of your body. Once you come out of your body, you'll remember everything, just like we're talking right now. Dreams, I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure how to tell you to remember a dream. Mine, I don't really have to remember mine. They sort of just download. Like a few hours after I wake up. That's how I remember.
It takes you a few hours to remember your dreams.
Yeah, honeybee, you can come on. The link is in the. If you go to our Facebook group and look on the top under featured, you'll see my post, which has the Zoom link in it. Yeah, I had a CAT scan and everything for sure. And it was inflamed, but it wasn't bad. It was just inflamed.
I get to know the results of my test in 2 weeks.
And what test are you getting?
They're trying to see if I have cervical cancer or not.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, well, that's not good. You have to wait 2 weeks for that test?
That's what he said.
Oh. Okay, well, we're definitely going to be lighting a candle for you. One of these candles was for you. Just nobody chimed in.
Like, I don't think I have it, but I guess we'll find out.
Oh, okay. Well, even if you did, even if they did tell you, we can beat it. We're gonna beat it.
What if we don't want to? What if we just want to die?
Somebody's calling me.
Tell about you, just ignore me. You're my favorite.
Oh. Okay. Let's come in here. Honeybee's calling me on Messenger.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear that?
No, we'll have to go back to listening to the YouTube feed if you go on Messenger with her to talk.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
It's not
I'm
working
headed
anyway.
out.
Okay, have a fun day.
Becca, have fun. Be careful.
I love you.
Love you too, buddy.
Bye. Oh no, honeybee. It won't work, honeybee. I tried to bring you in. It's not gonna work. Let me see if I can bring her in another way. Let's see. AJ, unless I'm gonna ping AJ too to see if she wants to talk.
Here comes Princess Lala.
Uh-oh.
Mhm.
Robert. I want to hear from Robert. Hey, Robert. Robert, you are live with us. This new candle smells so good. It's that purple one you got. It's Floretta.
Nice.
Floretta Fiend.
Fine flower.
Yeah, fine flower, I guess. I don't know. Robert, it says your microphone's muted, so I love your profile pic up there. That's really cool. Do you guys hear that horn honking outside? That's the guy that has a little. Jafer, are you working with Honeybee at all to come in?
Sort of. I think she missed the link that I posted in the video chat window and instead tried to call into the window.
Okay. Okay, we'll see. Oh, where did Robert go? He must have left to try to come back in or something. You have incense and candles. Ooh, yeah, we need some incense. What's your favorite incense, Sandra? Okay, Kirsty, talk to us. You have the floor for a minute. Jasmine. I love jasmine. Sage and dragon blood. Eucalyptus. Ooh, eucalyptus. What part of the world are you from, Sandra? Okay, we got 10 minutes left on this Zoom. I'm just gonna start a new one.
That's fine. We should have Victoria in the next half.
Okay, we have a new Zoom session. Let me. Well, hello, Princess Lala. An altar of candles. Wow. San Antonio. Wow. A lot of you are in San Antonio. I went to basic training in your town in 1988. Come on in, Princess Lala. Yeah, I think the weather's bipolar everywhere in the world right now, including here in Northern California, where we have waterfalls for the first time in like over 50 years. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. It's like that every day here in Northern California. It can be like 90 degrees one day and then 72 the next day. But it's still winter here. And we're still getting the Pineapple Express, which was delayed for a few months.
Yeah, now it's coming on repeat.
A repeat, yeah. Okay. Does nobody want to come on and talk? Okay, we're still trying to get Honeybee in here somehow. No, it's not a Texas thing. It's all around the world thing. Believe me. If you ask anybody from any part of the world right now about their weather, they'll tell you the same exact thing. It's just strange. But we needed the rain here. I mean, we'll take it all. Even if it causes mudslides and stuff, because this area's been so dry for a long, long time. Kids were in the pool yesterday. Wow. Wow. And today it's 46, huh? Wow. That was a big change. You went from a late spring, early summer to a winter again. And that's cool for San Antonio too, for this time of year. For sure. I don't know. No. You guys, why aren't you coming into the Zoom? Wow. That's a good question. The jury, in in my eyes, still out to what's going on with us and where we are inside of our galaxy. You know, we have a central sun. We have our sun that we revolve around, but our whole solar system revolves around a bigger sun. That's called our central sun, that a scientist says is a black hole. And it takes, 180,000 years to go around it. So, what kinds of things are influencing us as we go around that central sun? I don't think scientists even realize the depth of how far this goes. Something causes us to go into an ice age once in a while when we go around the sun. So there's so much we don't know still. Okay, I'll start the Zoom over. That's fine. I just did, so. Okay, I'm starting a new Zoom right now. All right, come on in. Yes, some crazy energy is affecting us right now. I'm convinced of it. I thought it was the moon this past time, but I think it's something bigger than that now. But I don't know what it is. Okay. Kirsty, what happened? You guys just disappeared. Okay, I have a new Zoom session open, so you guys come back in. Are we getting anywhere with Honeybee?
I have posted the Zoom link information in the chat 3 times, 2 or 3 times. I'm not sure why they're not able to get in. Let me try another way.
Yeah. Linda's telling me there's people in our messenger group, but that is not Zoom.
That's where I'm trying to work with them to get them moved over. So
okay, just tell them to go to our features section on our group, and
I'm providing them the information right in the thread. I mean,
okay.
They don't have to do anything.
What's not working about it, Linda? Everybody gets into it every time. I don't know why it's not working all of a sudden. Oh, here's Joni.
Okay.
So she got in. So, Joni, welcome.
Hey.
Oh, this is Joni Rotten Joni. I think Joni in Manchester's probably asleep right now. Hey, Joni.
Hello, Mark. How are you?
All right. How are you?
I'm good. Okay, I'm gonna mute for a minute and listen in while everybody's getting situated, I guess.
Okay. We have Princess Lala that just joined us, and Honeybee wanted to say something, and she's trying to get in here. Yeah, Linda, she'll be fine. Just tell her to. You got to hold your tongue in the right place, I guess. Joni, did you come in through the link in our group?
I did. I
Okay.
accidentally popped in on them, I think, while they were trying to figure something out. And I was like, don't worry, I'm sorry because I don't know what I'm doing. And I just clicked whatever link was there. So, you left the door unlocked is
no.
is what happened there. I didn't mean to. But yeah, I think they're trying to come over.
Okay, so Princess Lala, if you can see over here, it shows you joining, but she's staying in a joining status. That's kind of
Yeah,
weird.
I only see your picture, Mark.
You don't see your big.
I
thing
see
here?
mine.
Okay.
Just the two of us. Mm-hmm.
Do you see this window over here? What I'm doing?
No, I can't see any of that, but I am on my phone.
That's interesting. So, to me, it shows this is being broadcast. This little window with my participants.
Oh.
You don't see a window that says participants?
No.
Ah.
Well, I might have to click on something. Again, I'm not. Don't count that as something's wrong. It's
Jay,
probably
can
me.
you see this? The participant window that I'm moving up and down right now on the stream.
I can see Jay. I can see Jay Fro in there.
Oh,
You
Mark is
and
not
me.
working.
Mm-mm. And there's Melissa. Hello.
No, I was going to say if you saw the participant window here in the stream. This participant window in the stream? Okay, that's what I meant. Okay, so yeah, you should be able to see it. Princess Lala, okay, you're in, finally. And,
Yay!
but it says you're muted. There you
I was answering to you with the unmute.
go. All right. Princess Lala, happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
And hello, everybody in British Columbia.
Hello.
Canada, eh?
Canada, eh?
You are an Australian stuck in Canada.
Yeah.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw.
Oh, one of you has needs to mute YouTube.
What happened?
One of you needs to mute your YouTube.
Oh, I don't think that's me. I don't have one on.
Somebody does.
Oh, it's on in my other room. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You guys start talking. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. Tell us the story, Johnny. You have
Follow the echo. Come back to us, Melissa. Oh my goodness. I'm doing an interview tomorrow. I'm trying some new things with my channel. I'm super excited. I don't know how it's going to go down, but Joni Rotten.
Joni Rotten is your channel?
Yeah.
Okay. I need to go there. I will.
You should go there.
I will promote that on the description once I get this processed.
Oh, fabulous. Now I used to have an actual channel where I had video content. So I used to make videos.
Mm-hmm.
And
what happened?
Well, the friends that I actually just kind of directed them. There were things that I had in my mind and he would make them into a video for me, take my mind, put it in. But we had a falling out.
Uh-oh.
And that's all right. And it wasn't really a falling out because there's no negative hard feelings or anything like that. Just change in direction is more of a way to put it. We never fought or anything. It wasn't like that. It just went different ways as life does sometimes. And YouTube has deleted it. It's actually, YouTube has deleted 3 of my channels. And I don't deserve it. I didn't have I wasn't out there preaching, ridiculous things. I was doing legit stuff, but whatever.
So Joni, yeah, no, that is rude.
I do have a disc somewhere in the house, but I have no idea where it is. And if I ever find it, I'm uploading all my crap again. It was beautiful. I have a couple videos saved on my StreamYard, so like I can play them.
Okay.
But as far as like all my stuff, it's so sad.
I always download my content, always.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, so I'm trying some new different things because I need to try new things. That's
Yeah.
why.
Who were you going to
Your
be
new
doing an interview
thing.
with?
His name is Kyle, I think. I met him in our group.
Oh, Kyle, that Kyle. Okay, yeah. He was on the Jeff Mara podcast.
Oh yeah,
I think he was probably.
He's down in Guatemala
Guatemala.
with
That's it.
yeah, he used
With
to
Darko.
he used to live with Darko. Now he said he was living with a doctor or something. If I remember.
Yeah,
right.
and then Melissa and I, Princess Lala and I've been messaging. I want to do an interview with her too.
Awesome.
Awesome.
And do you, Mark, and anyone else? I just, I know you're super busy.
No, I'll come on your channel and talk.
Oh, okay.
That'd be awesome.
Okay, rad. And I want to just kind of do
Rad.
open thoughts. Open thought, unique questions. Yeah. I want to know what makes people tick. That's what I've always been. I study people because I want to know why we do what we do.
I want to know how I tick too, so maybe you can figure that out. All right.
I do have superpowers. I do have my own. I think I can actually, like, if you know how you might go to like a fortune teller or a tarot reader or like an astrologer or something, right? Okay, well, I don't know that how much of that I apply to, whatever, but I do know that as far as your generation and birth order, I can tell a lot about your personality through just those two things, and I think it's kind of neat to try to guess people.
I agree with you.
I feel like I'm honing my skills because I'm like, I can guess your generation. I can guess where you're at in the generation.
You're like the guy at the state fair that guesses your weight.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Exactly.
Yeah, but instead of weight, you're guessing something else.
Yeah, so it's like your astrology, only different way. Anyway, it's kind of fun, and I like free thought. I like our imaginations. I think they're way more interesting than anything anyone else can come up with.
Okay, well we'll help you figure out everything. We're all working together. That's the cool thing. It's not just my channel, and we're all a big family, and we're working on things. And it's neat because you have your own things you're working on. Princess Lala has her own thing, trying to figure out how she was kidnapped.
Love your children's books. Those are amazing.
Oh, thank
like
you.
my favorite things ever. They're so to the point.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't give up, honeybee.
She's still trying.
Oh, bless her heart.
Yeah, what have you been working on this week, Princess?
I've got one more floor to do for my renos, and then I'm gonna get back into narrating a bunch of my art albums because I realized I used to do almost 100 a day, and then there's only like 3 albums with anything left in them. So I want to, before Facebook deletes everything again, if they are going to do it again, I want to at least narrate them.
Right, there you go.
Yeah, because I'm kind of disappointed how much is missing from all my albums. Because some of them only have 5 pictures left, and they all had at least 100 each album. Because I wouldn't make a new album until there was at least 100 pictures in there. And I had like 12 albums, so that's like probably 900 pictures that have been deleted.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, it's just crazy. It's crazy because they're very prophetic. Like a lot of times I do something and it would happen like 3 hours later or the next day.
Ooh, I love it.
Yeah, so then they would delete it. I was like, so I started screenshotting things. Yeah, so I can still prove that I said it before it happened.
Right.
Yeah.
You're gonna get to the bottom of it, I know.
Yeah, well, I think they just wanted to keep I think the biggest one they wanted to hold back is free energy, because all the money in that,
Yeah.
and then
Of course.
they also don't want all the healing, because then all the money in the pharma and stuff. So I think that's a big reason why they don't want people like us coming out and being there for free help, because
Yes.
all of their money pyramids just
The
start collapsing.
the problem is people try to make money with these this information, and that is
Yeah, and that's stupid too.
that is the downfall.
I've never done that.
That is the downfall. Like if one of us ever figures out free energy, which I'm close to do, then we need to give it away to the public immediately.
Well, I've had it since grade 2, but the problem is, like, if someone makes a car and they put it on YouTube, it runs on water, then they kill the person. So the problem is getting
right.
out without getting killed. Like with my trust fund, my plan was, I was gonna make it all and then just give it all out for free.
No.
And then it would be too late. It would be like, oh,
Right.
everyone's got it already. I didn't sell it, and it would be sneaky, right? But then my trust fund got stolen, so I couldn't do that either. So I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Do you have attorneys working with you on that front? At least?
I do. So there's some in Australia now that are searching through everything. So we're trying to figure out, because there's so much mess, right? They scribble all over everything, so it's hard to follow their paper trails. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Yeah.
Redacted.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
the truth will come out one day. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just don't give up.
And if not, I trust the universe will find another way.
Yeah.
There you go.
Because we've been hijacked for too long now. It's time for them to go somewhere else.
Maybe,
Nobody wants to be hijacked anymore.
Maybe
Nope.
I'll work on that manifestation too.
Yeah.
Help you figure out that.
Mm-hmm. Well, a lot of it's already started, but yeah, basically they
Are
won't
you a
be.
part of a group with other children like you? Is there,
The stolen
Not
generation,
really.
they call them.
Bust. Yeah.
Oh, there's a few on Facebook that, yeah, it's called Always Was, Always Will Be.
No, I meant in like a lawsuit.
Oh, I think they've started, a massive lawsuit for the lost generation.
Yeah,
But-
that's it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
my trust fund was way different than that, though. Mine was something to do with it was like a huge one, and that was before any of this started. Like mine came with me since a little child. I was
Right.
supposed to get it when I was 18, but it got hijacked right back then. So
Right.
yeah, it's just been a nightmare of
You're right. It's like a Britney
them
Spears
covering the
type of deal.
tracks, and me ruining their narrative, and them censoring me because they don't want their narrative ruined, because they all know they're thieves, basically. So yeah, my trust fund was a totally separate issue than the lost generation trust funds, but I guess I'll be part of that as well, because there's people that are fighting for that as well. So we'll see what happens.
But what can they do? I mean, I had a personal situation in my life where somebody made a big screw up, and all I got was a oops, I'm sorry. It's too late. You've ruined my life now.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, at this point, even if you gave me money, which you're not going to because you're douches, right? It doesn't even matter.
Yeah,
and so
they
why did you
destroyed.
do it in the
Yeah.
first place?
It
I don't
hasn't
want you to
just
do it to
destroyed
someone
my
else.
life.
That's what I'd like. Right.
Yeah, it was like free energy should have been here like 15, 20 years ago. So they didn't just wreck it for me, they wrecked it for everybody.
Yeah.
But it's such a giant amount of money that you can see how they can get so many people involved to help them keep it away from me. Like they're just sharing it with all these other idiots. So all the idiots keep me in line as a group.
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, but the universe takes care of me. So
Of course.
True that.
And the universe is us.
Yeah.
All
So,
of us.
it'll work out somehow. But the ones that have hijacked and interfered and blocked humanity so much, they're never going to reincarnate here again ever, and I don't think they'll ever be able to even break out of where they're going into their
Is there like a?
electromagnetic.
Do you think there's like a blacklist, a real blacklist, like a an Earth blacklist?
Is this your
Well,
dimensional trap you were talking about the other night?
yeah, they did it to themselves, so they'll electromagnetically be stuck in a dimension together, and all they'll have to do is put up with each other. I mean, I don't see them evolving anytime soon. Usually it's like 2,600-year cycle, but I don't think we'll even look at them next time.
Like those
I don't
villains
think.
from Superman. They were
Well,
stuck in that
Yeah, right.
thing together.
Yeah, I just don't think it's even. I don't even think there's a point bothering even looking at them the next time. Like, I don't think they even deserve it. They didn't get better this time. They get worse.
What always comes to mind for me, Melissa, whenever I think of the, like the after, is that scene in Superman where the bad guys are like trapped in that crystal and they're, falling out into
Yes.
space, and they're like trapped
Exactly.
in that prism of frequency. That's always the vision. I think
Yes,
that's how the
exactly.
Matrix
Yeah.
will be. Yeah, you're not going to leave that glass until something breaks you, and that's going to take a big, vibration to shatter that.
Yeah, they're going to have to be sick of themselves and actually start making changes. And I don't see that happen for a long time, so I don't even think we'll even blink at them next time. Like maybe 20,000 years instead of 2,000, or instead of 2,600, maybe 2,000. I don't know. I we'll have to decide together, right? I don't think it'll be worth it. Maybe we'll just forget about them.
Yeah, well, that's the only way you can deal with a narcissist anyway, or a controller, if you ignore them.
Yeah.
A child.
And it's not like we're punishing them. They did it to themselves because we need to be protected from them. We can't let them come bug us anymore. Right. So they can't reincarnate here, and it's not like a punishment from us. It's they did it to themselves. So there's no guilt on our side. It's like, I'm sorry we tried, but they got worse. They didn't get better.
Right.
They just took more advantage.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that's a very good description, is that Superman thing.
Yeah.
I love that one.
Yeah.
Because I think of like the Matrix, like the concept there, and I think, okay, so this is sci-fi, Joni. This is the things I think of when it's 3 a.m. And I'm like, if there was some type of, say, upload or however that might work, right? Some frequency that shifts everyone to wherever they go. It just seems like that's how they would be. Because I imagine like the hell being described of a place that's void, of God or of nature. Let's just put it that way. And if I uploaded myself to an internet, that's always the visual. Whenever I think of like the metaverse, I always think of that scene in Superman. That's the one, my third eye just flashes in front of me. Like, that's what it will feel like. They'll be trapped in there. And the only way that they're going to get out of there is with a massive shift of vibrations, which could take eons. And that's why, because even hell isn't permanent, right? Something will shake it loose. And that's what I think. They're just going to be floating out there as some vibrational frequency until another frequency is strong enough. That sounds scary. I don't know about you, but I kind of don't like that idea at all.
Well, they'll be bringing up the rear in like an sense of ascension, right?
Exactly.
It's not evolving at the same rate as everyone else, and they need to be in the special class or in the short class.
Exactly. And that's why I wanted to have the five dimensions below us, because even when they get up to the level 2, we don't want them affecting us. When they get to level 3, we don't want them to affecting us. Like level 3 would kind of be like the flying monkeys and the people that see they don't see it, say it. They watch someone get beat up without even saying leave her alone. So those kind of people, they don't instigate it, but they also don't stop it. So they'll be kind of on level 3, and then level 4 will be kind of like, probably more like us. We probably want to spend most of our time there because it's like we still drink and party and smoke and all that stuff. But even level 5, I don't
am
see any
human,
reason
by the
not
way.
to. Yeah.
I'm supposed to be human, so I'm supposed to do some
Exactly.
of these things.
But we can do all those things without someone coming and stealing our stuff in the middle of the night, and
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
moderation.
without the jealousy and somebody making you feel bad and all that, all those things. There's nothing wrong with having a great fun time. It's as long as there's no one there like waiting to steal your car or
right.
steal your husband or any of that kind of baloney going
I
on.
think that's the ego. Those who haven't learned about the ego self, if you'll allow me to just use that term blanketly.
Yeah, exactly.
Because there is still so much meing going on. And not enough, using. But then, I believe that we're going in the pattern. I don't believe it. I know it because the pattern is set there and I'm just looking at it. I didn't make it up. I just found it. Right. And so when we're looking at the species as let's say 5th graders, 12 years old, coming of age. And do you remember in 5th grade where you really had a sense of how you could look back on your life at this point and have a real big sense of the world. And then you stepped into high school and you just were like, what the hell am I? We know this because it's in our movies and in every television show has that moment where the kid thinks they're finally cool. And then they walk into this almost zoo-like circus type atmosphere. Nickelodeon made a lot of money off of this age group. And so we have this with humanity right now. There's things that happen with children. This is what I think is going to bust out here. First, children start out very meing. Everything is about me, 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 me. And then as we move through our elementary school years, we become very we. That's why we have things like Goonies and the Sandlot.
Goonies.
And we face the bully. We stand up. We go on a Scooby-Doo. We solve something as a group. This is when we're doing group projects and things. And that, to me, because I know that's a behavior that happens right now, these types of groups are encouraging, because so far in the few weeks that I've been here, I have heard very little meing and a whole lot of using. The issue with this group too, though, with this age, is that when we hit adolescence, so when we move to the next stage from the weing or using, then we go into the youing again. We go back to an individual thought where we're with one other person. So we've gone from me and now it's you. This goes to the boyfriend girlfriend scenario. The best friend scenario, where these relationships start to get challenged because now you've bonded in school. You have this bonding going on. It's one for all and all for one. And then you come into where all of a sudden these relationships are challenged again when our puberty sets in and we start picking out each other one at a time. Right. So we're going to have these types of growing pains coming up. I think this is where we're going to get a lot of in the social score era, the behavior is going to look like tattling. It's going to be a lot of, well, she does it. Well, she does it. It's going to be, I'm doing it. She's doing it. Don't accuse me. She does it too. That's very much the things that we would say. But after that, when we hit our young adult, we go back to the using again. And we go back. Now we have a baby and we have a neighborhood and we have a community and we have a family and we go back to using. So when I'm looking at the way the world is right now, the weeing is what's scaring me. We should be having a whole lot of weeing right now, but they have the controllers, if you will, big business, if you must. They have been controlling how we behave, so that here at a place where we should be coming together, they're making us hate each other. They're making us avoid each other. They're actually manipulating the very thing that we should, as a species, be expressing.
Have you ever seen that show, Adam Ruins
Yield the
Everything?
floor.
Have you ever seen that show, Adam Ruins Everything?
No.
Oh, you got to catch it. Jayfro, what network did that come on? Like,
I don't remember the network. I think we saw it on Netflix. They had selected seasons.
But yeah, it's
but it's been running for a long time.
Yeah, you got to see it. He breaks down how they've done it, like how they've done that. Like diamonds, for example. They did it with diamonds. Diamonds are easy to make. We can make them better than we can find them in nature.
Right. The business secrets.
It's just right. And diamonds are worth nothing, really. But they make them worth something because they told us they're worth something. You know?
Leo DiCaprio told me they were worth blood.
I think it was De Beers. There's that Dutch company they told everyone that this is what you should do for engagement.
You have to do it because she'll love you forever or whatever.
And they enculturated it.
Yeah.
Well, what they really did was these corporations, they fed off of people's innate fear. So they did that. They do this in war propaganda. You know what I'm trying to say there.
Yeah.
For example, during World War II, they would send around little flyers and stuff in Europe saying the Americans are flirting with your wives. The American soldiers are flirting, taking your women, making them feel bad because, there were so many military from different, America being one of them that was seen as. And so that's what the opposition was putting out. So it was fucking with these soldiers' minds when maybe they'd be on their weekend vacation. They couldn't even have a weekend getaway without propaganda. And so they're using these fears, and all they have to do is plant a seed and get inside your head. Right. And this is how, let's say, targeted individuals, people who believe or are, in fact, again, that's all relative to what you're, where you are on the rabbit scale. With targeted individuals, is the police or the FBI or whatever group you believe is targeting you. They only have to give you the illusion, and they have to follow you maybe 2 times, make sure that you see them in their black car, and then they never have to come near you again. That's right. You'll in fact see every black car, every black SUV as being surveyed.
It becomes self-policing.
Yes.
Self-policing population.
Well, I always tell everybody that's paranoid about the government listening to their phone calls, I kind of give them a dose of reality. So let's just say that happened, right? It would take 350 million agents working 24 hours 7 to monitor you.
Until you have a computer program that only does so when certain keywords are mentioned.
Well, even then,
and can
it would still take
all of
way
that
more
stuff,
manpower to do that. Yeah, so nobody's going to listen in on you telling your husband that he needs to stop and get a gallon of milk on the way home.
But if they need it retrospectively, it's there for them.
Yeah.
Yes. And really, it isn't about you personally. It's about how they can do this en masse. So it's about predicting and catching like
up to 2 weeks ahead of you, what you actually do. They're like, you're going to want that eggnog or that's a bad example, but something not seasonal. You're going to want that in about 2 weeks. And then 2 weeks later,
just look at the Google ads on your Facebook. You just thought about something and then there's 20 ads for it.
Oh, I know.
Like, holy moly. But I love the conversation. I'm going to listen to you guys in the background, but I got to get going because I have the rental guy coming in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
We love you.
I love you too. Have a good night. I'm going to listen on, though.
Okay.
All right. Good night, princess.
Thanks.
So
Night.
there's just a few minutes left in this Zoom window.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start a new one. Anybody that's out there listening, feel free to come in too. I don't see this being a very long stream tonight. We're already we're coming up on the 2-hour mark. So
Are you on Facebook as well, or are you just here?
no, we're just streaming here tonight, right now.
Or yeah, okay. Or YouTube,
But
rather, whatever it
I
is.
will
Yeah,
be.
right.
I will be on Facebook later.
Yeah, we're streaming on YouTube as well as in the Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. This is on YouTube. Oh,
It
okay.
is.
I don't have YouTube.
You're
open.
live,
This is on
Joni. You're
YouTube.
live.
Oh
You
no.
are live.
Let me think of everything I said that might sound stupid now.
You only said
And
one.
think of a ghost story, please.
You only gave me one F-bomb to go clean up later, so that's good.
Oh, no. Yes, you do need to tell me that, Mark, because I am a rotten girl. It's in my name.
No, that's okay.
I think there's 2 actually. You better get them both.
I think
Okay.
Robin was she holds the record so far. I think.
I do try to be good,
No,
but
you're fine.
depends on where I'm at.
No,
I
it's just YouTube. It doesn't offend me at all. So, like, I was in the military for 10 years. Nothing really offends me.
fair. The ghost stories. What are we telling ghost stories?
Yeah, come back and tell us a ghost story.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna start a new session.
Okay, I'll pop back in.
Okay. All right. Who out there wants to come in and tell us a ghost story? I know. Where's Susie? She's one of our Aussie Spice Girls that's been coming on every night and telling us ghost stories. She's got some good ones. Okay, Jayfro, you're back. Here comes Joni.
Okay.
All right, you're back.
We're back now. Fabulous.
Now, have you ever seen any ghosts before?
Are you asking me? Who else in here?
Joni.
Yes.
No, it's just you and me. And, well,
And me.
Jayfro's there, but she's kind of a moderator.
Yes.
So watch it.
I'm going to want to interview you now, Jayfro. I'm going to want to know things about you.
You first.
I've ever seen a ghost. I would have to say that's a loaded question. Have I ever seen a ghost in the sense of like movies? No. But have I ever experienced a presence of something outside me and my own? Yes.
Well, tell us about
I'd say that's fair. Well, I'm sure I'm not the only one. When I was little, I've weirded people out with things like, conversations with someone and then they've passed, that kind of stuff. You have a conversation with grandma and then, mom gets a phone call. Your mom's like, who are you talking to? I'm talking to grandma. That classic kind of.
Yeah. So you did you talk to your grandma?
Yeah, I had that experience. I was really little to remember it though. I was maybe second grade, I think, when my great grandmother passed. So it was 7, and around that age, there 6, 7, something like that. And I remember when she passed.
There's something about when we're kids, we can see the bleeding through of dimensions, and then when we become adult, we can't. I wonder. There's got to be a reason for that.
Well, the imagination disappears as soon as we stop being us. Our imagination goes away. I
Right.
think this is why the school system is so adamant to change imagination and remove music and remove art and remove a trade jobs, trade schools, these types of hands-on, lab even in schools, laboratories and things. It's important that they remove the imagination. You can't be a free thinker in the future. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's why I try to remind everybody that to bring the kid out, this love that we're putting in our hearts, that's exactly what does it.
Yeah, that's the kick the can reference there. The Twilight Zone movie uses that. It's the last episode actually of the film, and the 4 films that are in it. It's the last one, the kick the can, where the old people kick the can and become young again.
Yeah.
This has also been used in like the X-Files and things like that as well. But it's the idea that longevity. Peter Thiel will tell you all about it. Longevity, feeling young and youthful, children, laughter. Another thing that was sad about what's happened is, the elderly have lost laughter. They've lost their children, their grandchildren. By separating the homes, we've aged the elderly tremendously.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's kind
exactly.
of sad.
That's another thing
all
about our
by design.
society is we stick all of our elderly in homes, whereas in China, for example, they go to live with their kids, and they do that here too when they immigrate here.
Multi-generational families are so rich that way, and the kids grow up with uncles and cousins and grandparents all around, in addition to their nuclear or so-called nuclear family. And yeah, there's a project actually to bring like children, tots and babies into places where older people have been kind of shelved, so that they can smell a baby's head and hear a 3-year-old squeal with joy and all those things that are missing from those homes, along with pets and plants.
Mm.
Yeah, it's like rehumanization of what are basically these warehouses for people.
Warehouse.
My wee one is getting ready for bed, so I'll say goodnight here in a minute. But I totally agree with you. It's very sad, but it's not even the homes, though. It started a long time ago when the baby boomer generation was encouraged to leave their families and move south for the winter. The snowbirds, the resorts, the retirement communities. This started separating families long before, old folks' homes and stuff. This was how they got everybody that had any money, separate them. And then it starts a precedent. So now the children want to retire to Florida, and the grandchildren want to retire to Florida. And it just consistently breaks the families. It sounds good. I
think there's also emphasis on everyone having their own home, everyone having their own car.
Good point.
Yeah. So that people are paying a lot of the family wealth goes out in rent or whatever, because everybody's got to have their own little apartment or their own little house instead of a big multifamily type dwelling, which if you think about it would be probably a lot easier and more efficient to run. If you have, 6 or 8 people living in a bigger home, with some privacy areas and all that good stuff, like not on top of each other, but it would be a lot more efficient.
That's a very good point you made there. Excellent. I totally agree with that, because that's another thing they've done. And then they have the reverse mortgages. Oh my goodness.
My clothes got soaked and now my clothes are getting soaked again.
Oh man.
Nighty night, Jenny.
Yes, I'm going off. All right.
Thanks for coming in and talking to us. And
yes, I'll talk to everyone later.
Yeah, definitely.
Bye-bye.
All right,
bye.
All right. Is there anybody left out there? I know this is a Friday night.
Did Kirsty fall asleep? What happened to Kirsty?
I don't know. Yeah, well, Honeybee fell asleep. All the people in the UK are asleep now.
Yes.
So we might have to end this stream. It might be a 2-hour stream tonight.
That's
So,
fine. We got other fish to
yeah,
fry.
yep. And it's a Friday night. I know everybody's getting home from work and they're tired and. But yeah, okay. Well, I'm going to end this stream. If anybody comes on in the next few minutes, you can join me on our Facebook group, and that is at Game of Scrolls. You just go to Facebook groups, type in Game of Scrolls, and you'll find me there and everybody else in our happy family of souls we call a tribe. Oh, hey, Alvery.
Calvary.
All right. Okay, yeah, you can watch it over. It's kind of a shorter one tonight than normal, but I think a lot of people are just, had a long week, and there's been a lot of strange energy going on around the world on our planet, and this weekend's going to be like a recovery for everybody, maybe, hopefully, and
Yes.
But it was nice to see all you guys, and we love you, Alvery. Next time, we'll have to come on and tell us some stories about you and where you came from and how you came from the Caribbean and how you ended up in New York City.
Yeah.
That would be very cool.
I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, definitely. And that'll give you an excuse to step away from the dishes.
The midnight dishwasher.
Yeah, the midnight dishwasher. All right, guys. I love you all, and stay tuned for the next one. Maybe I'll have one either tomorrow night or Sunday night. We'll see how it goes. That way, those of you who couldn't make it tonight can come on then. So anyway, good night. Love you
Good
all.
night.